Australia sends a lot of stuff overseas. Things we dig out of the ground, things we grow, and things we make. But recently, a different Aussie export has been under the spotlight: animals. Of course, Australia sends a lot of meat overseas. It's all packaged up and frozen before it sets sail. But every year we send millions of live farm animals too. Some goats, but mostly sheep and cattle. It's a huge industry that makes about $2 billion for Aussie producers every year. And demand for live Aussie animals has been growing for a while. There are a few reasons for that. In poorer countries, a lot of people often don't have cold storage to store packed meat. Buying live animals is usually cheaper, and it means you can use all the different parts of the animal. It also creates jobs in the countries that buy them because it takes a lot of work to get meat ready for sale. On top of that, some religions, like Islam, say animals have to be killed in a certain way before they're eaten, and buying a live animal means people have control over how that's done. But this booming industry does have a dark side. Last month, some video footage emerged of about 64,000 sheep on their way to the Middle East, and it wasn't a pretty sight. The boat was overcrowded, many of the sheep were starving and dehydrated, and it was reported that more than 2,000 had died on the journey. The vision made a lot of people upset and angry, including Australia's Agriculture Minister.
I've seen that footage and I was absolutely shocked and gutted.
The government decided to look into the way we send farm animals overseas, and earlier this month it announced some big changes to the industry. Now there won't be as many sheep allowed onto ships in summer. If more than 1 in every 100 sheep dies, there'll be an investigation, and the penalties for companies who break the rules are tougher than before. But some people want to go a step further and see the industry shut down altogether. That's already happened in some countries, like our neighbour New Zealand. Live exports from there stopped back in 2003. Here in Australia, there have been big protests around the country.
We think it's a cruel, horrendous industry, and these animals are suffering for no reason.
And there are politicians from both sides of politics who agree.
The case for continuing long-haul live sheep exports fails on both economic and animal welfare grounds.
But there are also plenty of people who disagree. Aussie farmers who export their animals say shutting the industry down would be a big blow to business, and they've got support from politicians.
If you shut down the live sheep trade, you're going to make people poorer. That's what's going to happen.
They say the new rules are enough to keep the animals comfortable and protect a big Aussie industry.